Deliver Me from Nowhere. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a Bruce Springsteen fan. I don't not like the guy. I don't not like his music. I just don't listen to it. So I didn't really have a reason to go out and see this movie other than I want to review it. With that being said, I was pleasantly surprised. However, this isn't the most engaging movie. You have to be in the mood to watch a slow movie if you want to watch this movie. This movie is very slow, but it's about him making a slow album. I think his slowest album to date. Part I did catch myself checking my phone a few times for a 2 hour movie. It kind of feels like 2.5 hours, but the acting is fantastic from everybody, especially Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong in this movie just plays a perfect guy that's just like, hey, I'm your partner, I'm your buddy, and I got your back no matter what. And he just plays a solid dude. Another thing that I liked about this movie is that it doesn't end with like the big bang of the concert. It starts with that and then takes us back. So it takes us back to like where he got to that moment at the beginning of the movie. And I like that because it shows how sometimes you have to go to another place as a human being before you can excel to your height. And that's what this movie was. This movie was like the calm before the storm of Born in the USA. That part I liked, but I understand why a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of people would probably want to see like the hype and like the biggest part of his career and everything leading up to that and all this other stuff. But there's something about this movie, and they kind of go into it in the movie, but they don't really like tell you. But you kind of have to know the moment to understand the moment. And what that moment is that Bruce Springsteen was able to just tap into something that he knew was right, but not that everybody loved, but something or wanted even, but something that maybe people needed because he needed it and he knew that. And this whole movie is about him saying like, no, I need to stick to my guns. Like nobody's going to like this, but I don't care because I do. And it will be grown to be loved. And so he was able just to tap into this thing, and it's a reflection of his life. He seems kind of lost in his life as well, and he doesn't know where to go. And so that's what this whole almost finding of himself is. And it's not like the typical biopic movie where like, oh, they're at their height, they're doing all the drugs, they're screwing all these chicks, they're traveling everywhere. It's like, no, he's in a house, he's hooking up with a girl, but like he actually likes her, it seems. But he's just in a house and he's whatever, for whatever reason, all these slow tunes are kind of gravitating to him. But he's able to reflect on his past and kind of think about who he wants to be at the same time and put that into the Nebraska album, which is what this movie's based off of. And so, and I think it's another thing to show that, like, hey, when people tell you no, and you know in your heart and in your gut it's right, just go through with what you know. Don't listen to other people. And along with that, it's kind of like also a reflection of his life while feeling lost in the moment, because it does a lot of flashbacks to his father. And I you could kind of tell he doesn't want to grow up, like he doesn't have a child, but he doesn't want to grow up to be his dad either. So he's reflecting on that and kind of saying like, okay, how can I take my experience that's made me this person, but who else am I, or who else can I be to make me better to the future? And so I liked that kind of aspect of the story. And but again, it is slow. I did catch myself checking my phone a couple times. For 2 hours, it probably could have been cut to like an hour 50, or maybe they could have added a little bit more in there somewhere to make the pace a little bit faster. I'm not too sure. But overall, it is worth watching. I think it tanked at the box office. I don't see anybody going to see this movie unless they're a Bruce Springsteen fan. And even then, a lot of them are probably just going to wait because they're all old. Sorry, guys. But again, as a non Bruce Springsteen fan, I enjoyed the movie and I actually went to go listen to some of the album afterwards because I was interested. And Jeremy Allen White, I think he did all the singing himself and he did a great job at that. So this movie overall was a good biopic, not your stereotypical biopic. So if you're tired of the way that those kind of go, then give this movie a watch because it's different. This focuses on just one particular moment in time of the person's life versus the overall span of their career. So with this, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Thanks for checking out this movie review. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a suggestion down below of what movie you'd like me to watch and review next.